Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please, everyone. Class content, Spring, okay. ST3, Spring Core module, FS Spring ST3, strategy design pattern. Okay, here, Spring Bean scopes. What is today's date, guys? September 30th, 2022, right? September 30th, 2022. Let's think about Spring Bean scopes. Yes, boss. Tell me. IOC container. Okay. Can keep Spring Bean class object. Scope means visibility na boss. Scope means availability of the item, right? Okay. IOC container can keep Spring Bean class object. Spring Bean class objects in different scopes. Different scopes. Having different levels of visibility. Having different levels of visibility. In Spring 5.x, the Spring Bean scopes are in Spring 5.x, the Spring Bean scopes are, what is that? Singleton. A. B. Prototype. Yeah, if no scope is specified, default scope is what, guys? Single. Right, was request scope. D. Session scope. B. Application scope. If you know servlets, you might have already studied these three terminologies. Request, session, application, right? Yeah. WebSocket scope. What scope, guys? WebSocket scope. Right, yes. Now listen. These two scopes, these two scopes can be used in tell me, standalone applications and in web applications. Yeah, can be used in standalone applications and web application. These four scopes can be used only in web applications. These four scopes can be used only in web applications. Are you understanding my statement, guys? These four scopes can be used only in web applications. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Right, boss. These four scopes can be used only in web application. Yeah, Spring-based web applications means what? Spring MVC applications. In Spring, we can use MVC module to develop the web applications. When configuration to what is that now? Here scope is equal to single. If no scope is specified, default scope is single. Got it, guys? Super. Scope is equal to singleton. Next, guys, tell me, in annotation driven configurations, okay, guys, public class, Flipkart, public class Flipkart, some code here. Right now, code is not important, my dear. Yeah, some code here. Tell me here what is the at the rate component FPKT. At the rate component FPKT. Next, at the rate scope. At the rate component FPKT, at the rate scope single. At the rate scope single. Okay, guys. Now, shall we take up each one by one, guys? Okay. Scope is equal to singleton. To scope singleton. At the rate scope singleton. At the rate scope singleton. Shall we understand one by one, guys? Super, guys. Now tell me. IOC container creates, okay, single object. What, guys? Single object for spring bean. And a single object for spring bean class and uses that object across the multiple CTX dot get bean method. Get bean method calls with the same bean. With the same bean. You call CTX dot get bean method for 100 times. Okay, it will create only one object and it will use that object again and again. It will use that object and again. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Okay. If the scope is singleton scope, if the scope is singleton scope, the IOC container keeps, are you listening? Keeps Spring Bean class object in the internal cache of what, guys? Internal cache of IOC container to reuse the Spring Bean class object reference across the multiple request. Across the multiple CTX dot get bean method calls. Across the multiple CTX dot get bean method calls. Are you listening my statement, guys? Are you with me? CTX dot get bean. CTX dot get bean. Okay, first feel that one practically, guys. If no scope is specified, default scope is singleton. Knowingly, unknowingly. So far, we are dealing with what, guys? Singleton scope spring beans only, right? Knowingly, unknowingly, so far we are dealing with what? Singleton scope spring beans only. What do you say, guys? That's the reason in the internal flow of execution, I have shown internal cache and bean class object is kept in that internal cache or not. Let me launch IDE, boss. Let me launch Eclipse IDE, my dear. File close all editors. Okay, guys, close all editors. Spring setter injection, something is there, na? Some example is here. Some example is here, was okay. Otherwise, strategy. Okay, this example we take, my dear. Strategy DP Spring Core, Spring Bean scopes. Okay, guys, Spring Bean scopes, guys. Super, guys. Let me change the number of the project, guys. What is the number of the project? Number 8. Super. Here is number 8. Okay, come here. Java, SBeans, Flipkart.java, guys. At the rate scope, array, at the rate scope, at the rate scope singleton, at the rate scope singleton. Super. Now come to client application. Come to client application. Forget about this business method and other stuff. Comment that one. FPKT1. I'll try to get two objects, 2 times same. I try to call getBean method 2 times. FPKT. Now tell me. Sysout. FPKT double equal to FPKT1 double equal to FPKT2 question mark. Array, if both reference variables pointing to same object, double equal to operator will return true or not? The double equal to operator will return true or not? Come on. Okay. FPKT 1 double equal to FPKT2. Super. System.out.println FPKT1 double equal to FPKT2. That's fine. Next, sysout FPKT1 dot hash code space FPKT2 dot hash code. I'm trying to print both hash codes, guys. I'm trying to print both hash codes. Okay. I'm trying to print hash codes of both. Or if two reference variables are pointing to same object, okay, both will have same hash code or not? Both will have same hash code or not? Here true will come, here same hash code will come. Because both are pointing to the same object, right, boss? Line number 16. Pangago, Pragna, Gottipati. What's your problem here? It's only display purpose, and this is double equal to operator, right? You never heard double equal to operator in your lifetime? Equals method, double equal to operators are two different things. Equals method check the content of the object. Double equal to operator checks whether both reference variables are pointing to same object or not. Very popular interview question. What is the difference between double equal to and equals method? Yes, boss. Now listen. How many objects are created for Flipkart, guys? One object. Both are pointing to same object. Both references are pointing to same object. Hash code is same. Hash code is same. My theory and practicals are matching or not matching? copy this. Okay, example. Say paste here some code. We don't bother about that code rather. Here some code, we don't bother about that code. Yeah, in this one client application. Here is client application. In client application. Yeah, Flipkart.java. Flipkart.java. Okay, here is what? In client application. Here is my paste. Get IOC container. Understanding my statement, guys? Yeah, this is the story. Tell me here. First, IOC container creation. Like I will use Spring Bean configuration file also first. Where is Spring Bean configuration file? Because I would like to give the flow, nothing else. Spring Bean configuration file. Here is what? Application context.exe. Here is application context.exe. Here is my application context.exe. Super guys. Here is my application context.exe. First, what is there? Number one, A. Okay, one only we give, one becomes easy to us. IOC container creation. IOC container creation. Okay, we'll use some colors. Number two, Spring Bean configuration file. Spring Bean configuration file. Loading and Spring Bean configuration file. Loading and verification. Spring Bean configuration file, loading and verification. You guys. Next. Next. In this one, it will go to what? Base package is equal to component scanning is enabled or not? Component scanning is enabled. Okay. Number three. Collects the packages of component scanning. Collects the packages of component scanning. Super boss. Yeah, here what will be there, guys? Package com.nt.esbs. Package com.nt.esb. So it definitely goes to that package. Definitely goes to package and searches for a Spring Bean that is having annotation. Searches for that Spring Bean that is having annotation or not. Okay, according to our discussion, what is this? Okay, some Spring Core pros. Okay, who will write Babu? Wait a minute, my dear. Yeah, this is the project we are having right now. Don't worry, don't worry about remaining all the things. You worry about only this one. It goes to this package, guys. What's the number? What is the number? 234 goes to 4 and recognizes this class or not. What is this, guys? Recognizes this component or not, boss? This component annotation, that is number 5. Number 5. Okay. Next, loads the class and creates the object. Loads the class and creates the object. As of now, you don't worry about remaining classes. You worry about only that class is available, right? Okay. Actually, it should go to all the classes and search for @component annotation. Right now, I'm not highlighting remaining all the things. Is that clear, guys? Tell me here. Flipkart class object. Class object. What is that? FPKT. Flipkart class object FPKT. Comfortable, guys? Flipkart class object FPKT. What is the scope, guys? Yeah, loading class and creating object #5. What is that? #5. What is the scope, guys? Singleton scope. Then after creating object realizes what is the scope? Singleton scope 6. Since it's a singleton scope, guys, it will try to keep that object in the internal cache of IOC container or not. Okay, internal cache of IOC container. Internal cache of IOC container. Internal cache of IOC container. Are you understanding my statement? In that internal cache of IOC container, tell me what happened. Keeps bean ID as the key, and what is this? Flipkart class object reference. Flipkart class object reference. Here is my key, boss. Here is my van. Flipkart class object reference. Are you comfortable, guys? Flipkart class object reference. This is number 6. Number 6. Number 6 is already there. Number 7. Number 7. Okay. These are the things that will happen the moment container is created. Array, so application context container supports pre-instantiation. Na? That's why all these things will happen the moment container is started. Right, boss? Okay, guys. Number 8. CTX.getBean method is called. GetBean method is called. Then it will search in internal cache of IOC container. There or not there? There. 9 question mark. Okay. Tell me what happened. Say object reference will come or not. That is 10. Super, guys. Tell me. Then what is next? 11. What is next? What? 11. Again, it will search in internal cache of IOC container. 12. Okay. Super. Here is what? 13. Here is 13. Both the time same object reference has come, na boss? Both the time same object reference has come. FPKT and FPKT1. Both are referring to same object reference, boss. Both are pointing to same object reference, right? So that means here FPKT and FPKT1 both are referring to same object reference. FPKT1, FPKT2. Got it? FPKT1, FPKT2. Super, guys. Both are referring to same Flipkart object reference. Even FPKT2 also pointing to same Flipkart object reference. Yes or no? Na? Array, this only will be placed here or not, guys. So that what happens, guys? Here you will give true. Here you will gives true, and gives same hash code. Same hash code. Now tell me, singleton scope Spring Bean class object is reusable across the multiple ctx.getBean method call with the same bean ID because that class object is kept in internal cache and reused again and again or not. Gives same hash code. Gives same hash code. Got the point, my dear? Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity? Everyone? Enjoyed my discussion? Enjoyed my discussion? Come on. So entire credit should be given to internal cache. Since it is there in internal cache, object has become reusable. Okay, guys. Now tell me. The singleton scope of Spring Bean is no way related to okay, singleton class design pattern. Singleton class design pattern. Okay, singleton class design pattern. That means singleton scope Spring Bean does not make our Spring Bean class as singleton Java class, but it makes the IOC container to create only one object for Spring Bean and to reuse that object. And to reuse that object by keeping in the internal cache of IOC container. By keeping in the internal cache of IOC container. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Singleton Java class, no relation. Note, the Java class that allows us to create only one object in any situation. Is called singleton Java class. Singleton Java class. Understanding my statement? Okay, guys. Singleton Java class. Yeah, I will talk more on singleton Java class in design pattern batch, boss. In design pattern batch. But singleton scope looks like a singleton class, but it is not making our Spring Bean as singleton class. It is not making our Spring Bean as singleton class. Okay, I'll ask one small question. Though there is a possibility of creating multiple objects, I am happy by creating only one object for Java class. Is that class is called singleton? Is that class is called singleton? I repeat, class allows to create many objects. Either me or someone container is happy with only one object. Is it called singleton? Right now, same thing is happening for Spring Bean, na boss. Spring Bean actually allows to create any number of objects, either manually by me or through container. But somehow container is happy with one object because of scope singleton. Does it mean class has become singleton class? Does it mean class has become singleton class? Does it mean class has become singleton class? I want reply. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, I'll tell one small example. Okay. Government officer is called sincere officer when he is not taking bribe. Suppose he joined in library department. No one gives bribes. That's why he is not taking bribes. Is it called sincere officer? Is it called sincere officer? No. When he is called sincere officer, he is there in police department. He is there in revenue department. He is there in X department, Y department, where bribes are possible. Where bribes are possible. But still he is not taking bribe. Then he is called sincere officer, right? Yes or no, na? Okay, you are the best example. Your parents are there. That's why you are living sincere life in your home. Is it called sincere life? No. When parents are not there, when you are alone in hostel, when you are alone at home, then also you are behaving very sincerely. You are not throwing parties for friends. You are not inviting girlfriends to your home, boyfriends to your home. Okay, then you are called sincere, right? You are sincere because parents are there. That is called sincere behavior. Understanding my statement? What sincerity you are showing in your home in front of parents when everyone is there? That is not sincerity. What is the sincerity, you know? No parents at home. Full money in your pockets. Full Wi-Fi connection is there. Lot of friends are there. But still you are living sincere life. Then you are called sincere, right? Then you are called sincere. Okay, now listen. Servlet container creates only one object for our servlet class. Okay. Can I call servlet component class is singleton class? No. Why? Container is happy with one object. Class is not restricting us to create more than one object. Class is happily allowing us to create more and more objects, right? Container is just happy with one object. Container is just happy with one object. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Container is just happy with one object. Super. Super, guys. Tell me here, what is the story? Okay. Though Java class is allowing us to create multiple objects. If we are okay, if you are creating only one object, then that Java class is not called singleton Java class. Okay. Though programmer is attempting to create multiple objects for Java class. Java class. Tell me, guys, multiple objects. Multiple objects for Java class. Multiple objects for Java class. If the programmer is creating only one object, for that Java class. Sorry, 1 minute. multiple objects for Java class. If the class is allowing him to create only one object, then it is called singleton Java. Then it is called singleton Java. Are you comfortable, guys? Okay, guys. Now listen. Servlet component is not a singleton class because though class allows to create multiple objects, the servlet container is happy with one object in most of the situation. Convinced, guys? Most of the situations. Next, guys. Singleton scope spring bean. Singleton scope spring bean is not singleton class. Though spring bean class allows to create multiple objects, the IOC container is happy with one object in most of the situations. Happy with one object in most of the situations. Are you with me, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Is that clear? Is happy with one object in most of the situations. Happy with one object in most of the situations. The IOC container, happy with one object, not most of the situation. Happy with one object and reuses that object by keeping in the internal cache of IOC container. By keeping in the internal cache of the IOC. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? Comfortable? Convinced, boss? Convinced or not? Everyone understood my statement, boss? Okay, guys. Now listen. So, how to develop perfect singleton Java class. Perfect singleton Java class will be discussed in design pattern batch. Okay. By spending 10 sessions. Okay. Sir, strategy design pattern you discussed here itself, na? That is related to Spring, that's why I discussed it. But this is nowhere related to Spring. Since terminology matching, that's why I'm forced to talk about what? Singleton class. Otherwise, if singleton word is there, there is no need of talking to singleton Java class. Understanding my statement here? Okay. And see, I don't have problem to spend 10 sessions here, but we are going out of sync. Anyhow, in design pattern session, I have to spend 10 sessions to develop perfect singleton class in all permutation and combinations. Okay, guys. Tell me, guys, not note. When should we take When should we take the spring bean scope as singleton scope? Singleton scope in spring applications development. In spring applications development. Can you tell me, guys, in which situation we should take spring bean scope as singleton scope? There should be some logic, na? If class is not having any state, array class is not having any member variables. You created 100 objects for that class, ra babu. 100 object without states. Waste of memory, na? Create one object and use it for 100 times. Say something, boss. Convinced or not? Convinced or not? Class without, if class is not having any state means no member, no attributes, no non-static variables, no non-static variable. Got it? If class is not having any state, okay. Yeah, what is my clarity? Instead of creating multiple objects for Java class without state, create one object for that Java class and use it for multiple times. Use it for multiple. Understood my statement, guys? Come on, convinced or not? In future, you will get such classes, don't worry. In future, you will get such situation. Whenever that situation is ready, you should be in a position to take scope as what? Singleton scope. Scope as what? Singleton scope. Come on, guys. Today you are not active. Why? Are you in the mood of weekend? Please don't be in the mood of weekend. Please don't be in the mood of weekend. I request everyone. Next one. If class is having fixed state, that means if class is having fixed state, that means all attributes are final variables. Tell me, guys, final variables means what, guys? Values are fixed now. What happened? If class is having fixed state, guys, if I create 100 objects for that class, all objects will have same fixed data, unmodifiable fixed data. Then what is need of creating multiple objects for class having fixed state? Create one object and use it for multiple times. Are you with me, guys? Create one object and use it for multiple times. Getting my point, guys? Instead of creating multiple objects for Java class with fixed state, in Java, object creation is a costly affair, Bob. Costly affair. It takes a lot of CPU time, it takes a lot of memory. So whenever there is a possibility of avoiding object creation, avoid it. Don't continue that. Understanding? Create one object and use it for multiple times. I think both the statements you covered, convinced. If class is having shareable state across the multiple other classes. Shareable state across the multiple other classes of the project. If class is having shareable state across the multiple other classes of the project. Tell me what is the meaning of this statement, guys? Tell me what is the meaning of this statement? Can you tell me, guys? Super. Tell me, guys. Yeah. Shareable state. Okay. Example. Class whose object is loaded with countries. Whose objects is loaded with countries. These countries will change time to time, day to day. No, boss. These countries will change every day. Every day one new country will be added. Every day one new country will be merged with other country. Or every day Russia becomes 10 countries, other day Russia becomes single country. No, na. Shareable state also indirectly fixed state, na boss. Shareable state also indirectly fixed state, right? Class whose object is loaded with countries. Whose object is loaded with countries. Tell me, guys. Instead of creating multiple objects having same shareable data, same shareable state or data, create one object for Java class and use it for multiple times. Use it for multiple times. Simply, literally use it for multiple times. A class object that is loaded with countries. Okay, 10 other classes wants to use that countries, guys. So listen, guys, it's meaningless. Every other class creating object for this class, na boss. Anyhow, all other classes can use one object of this class. Only one object of this class because that object anyhow contains loaded countries and same loaded countries are required for all the 10 classes. All the 10 other classes. All the 10 other classes. Convinced or not, boss? Understood or not, boss? Super. If class is not having any state, if class is having fixed state, if class is having shareable state, multiple fixed state across the multiple other classes of the project. In this situation, you have to think about taking Java classes as Spring Bean classes as singleton scope. Yeah. Most regularly used scope in real time is singleton, brother. If no scope is specified, default scope is singleton scope. I think I already given that statement, guys. Okay. If no scope is specified, if no scope is specified for Spring Bean, the default scope is single. Got it, guys? If no scope is specified for Spring Bean, the default scope is fine. Perfect means perfect. So shall we understand what is this? Scope is equal to prototype in Excel or @scope prototype. scope prototype. Scope prototype. Tell me guys, this is what prototype. Yeah. For every ctx.getBean method call, it will create one new object for Spring Boot. It will create one new object for Spring Boot. Understanding my statement, guys? You call ctx.getBean with fpkt for 10 times, 10 objects. 20 times, 20 objects. And moreover, prototype scope Spring Beans does not participate in pre-instantiation. They will be participating lazy instantiation. Until you ask, no objects will be created for them. Until you ask, no objects will be created for them. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, first let me prove point one. Java application. See, how many times I asked ctx.getBean fpkt? 2 times. 3014, 2 objects. How many times constructor executed? 2 times. Okay, both the reference variables are pointing to same object or no? That's why what is the value? False. That's why what is the value? False. Okay, guys. Now you observe. I am not calling any ctx.getBean method. Just IOC container is created. IOC container is created. I said already, only singleton scope. Spring Bean participates in what? Pre-instantiation. Remaining beans does not participate. Is there any object creation for Flipkart, guys? Is there any object created for Flipkart, guys? Is it participating in pre-instantiation? So pre-instantiation only for singleton scope Spring Beans, not for prototype scope Spring Bean. Can you guess why? Array, though object is created for prototype scope bean in pre-instantiation, when you call ctx.getBean method having bean ID, one more fresh object has to be created. So that means the object created through pre-instantiation is wasted. So when object going to be wasted, why it will participate in pre-instantiation? If the object is going to be wasted, why does it will participate in pre-instantiation? Think logically, boss. Think logically. If the object is going to be wasted, why it will participate in pre-instantiation? Come on, boss. Tell me. No pre-instantiation for other than singleton scope Spring Beans. Other than singleton scope Spring Beans. In singleton, only one object. The object created through pre-instantiation will be reused again and again. That's why there is a meaning of creating singleton scope Spring Beans through pre-instantiation. Right, boss? Okay. Super. Now listen. Okay, here is my same story, guys. Yeah, exactly. What is the first point I should say? Point number 1. The IOC container creates separate object for Spring Bean class for each ctx.getBean method with bean ID. That means if ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. If ctx.getBean method is called, then ctx.getBean method is called. That means is called 10 times with the same bean ID, then it creates 10 objects for spring bean class. Then it creates 10 objects for spring bean class. Right, guys? Only singleton scope spring bean classes participate in pre-instantiation process. That means other scope spring beans, supports only lazy instantiation. That means on demand spring bean class object creation when CTX dot get bean method is called. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. The other than singleton scope spring bean class objects, other than singleton scope spring bean class object will not be kept in the internal cache of IOC container. So for every CTX dot get bean method call, same spring 1 minute call, separate spring bean class object will be created. Got the clarity, my dear everyone? Everyone. Understood, everyone, guys? Separate spring bean class object will be created. For everything, one separate object will be created. Convinced or not? Super. Now first see it. Flipkart prototype. Here's some code. Here is my client application in our regular style. In client application. I hope when you read the notes, you are able to pick up the points, right? Are you getting clarity, full clarity, guys? Notes is helping you to understand the subject. Seriously, application context.xl. I'm putting some efforts to give better content to you people, better notes to you people. Yes, especially flow of executions, right? Okay. Lazy instantiation means until object is asked, no object will be created. Like your exam preparation. I already written meaning of that. Lazy instantiation. That means on-demand spring bean class object creation only when CTX dot get bean is called. I have written lazy instantiation. I have explained meaning also, right? On-demand spring bean class object creation when CTX dot get bean method is called. In the classroom, my dear, eager preparation. Exam date is announced or not, you started preparation for exam. Eager preparation. Lazy preparation. Let the exam month come. Let the exam week come. And let the exam day come. Like this, you are postponing preparation. Okay, on the day of exam or before night of exam, you started your preparation. What is that preparation, guys? Lazy preparation or not? That falls under lazy preparation or not? Come on, my dears. That falls under lazy preparation or not? Yes, boss. That falls under lazy preparation. Okay. Who do lazy preparation? Who do lazy preparation? Uh, all other than singleton scope spring beans will do lazy preparation. No, you want to see singleton scope spring beans itself doing lazy preparation. Then what should I do? At the rate lazy true on the top of spring bean class or not? Array, other day we discussed it that now at the rate lazy true, right? At the rate lazy true. Okay, guys. Right now, don't worry about remaining classes, Ra Babu. Okay. Super, guys. Now tell me, IOC container creation. IOC container creation. Yeah. IOC container creation. Oh. Next, Spring Bean configuration file loading. Spring Bean configuration file loading and verification. Spring Bean configuration file loading and verification. Understanding my statement, guys? Loading and verification. Next, coming to component scanning. Getting package name for component scanning. Getting package name for component scanning. Yes, go to that package com.nt. com.nt.sbeans. What is that, guys? For okay. Okay. Not noticed. Not noticed any singleton scope spring beans. Does it notice any singleton scope spring beans, guys? That is number 5. No. So over. So that's why no pre-instantiation, Rabbi. Is there any pre-instantiation of singleton scope spring beans? Right now, I'm assuming only this class is there. Only this class is there, right? Super, guys. And then what it will go? Sincerely go to ctx.getpin. ctx.getpin. What is this? 6. 6, guys. Hey, it will search in internal cache, but no objects will be, prototype scope beans will not be placed in the internal cache. You know that. Prototype scope beans will not be placed in the internal cache. Got it? Array, internal cache will be there to keep other spring bean whose scope is singleton. Internal cache of IOC container. internal cache of IOC content. That is number 7. That is number 7. Understanding my statement? This is number 7 question mark. This is number 7 question mark. This is 7 question mark. Got it, guys? Now, there are not there. When not there, what happens? Okay, it will create the object. It will create the object. Now, what is this? Flipkart class object. Object FPKT. FPKT. Okay, FPKT. And it's a new object creation, Prabhu. 8. That object reference comes here. 9. Nice, boss. Next, number 10. Number 10. Again, it will verify here. 11 question. There are guys, not there. So when not there, what happens? One more object will be created for Flipkart class or not? Flipkart class object. What is this? FPKT. That is number 9. Sorry, number 12. Object creation, Rabab. That will come here. That will come here. This is 13. Here separate object, here separate object. Here separate object, here separate object. Tell me guys, both are pointing to same reference variables? Do you think both are pointing to same reference variables? FPKT1, FPKT2. FPKT1 and FPKT2. This points to one thing, Babu. And this points to one thing. This points to one thing, this points to one thing. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Tell me, both are pointing to two different things. Is both are points to same reference variables? No, gives false. Yeah, gives two different hash codes or not? Gives two different hash codes. Gives two different hash codes. Are you with me, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Comfortable, guys? Got the clarity, boss? Okay. Now you understood how two objects are created. You got the difference between singleton scope and prototype scope. When should I take Spring Bean scope as prototype scope? Prototype scope. Only one time, guys. What is that? Answer. If the state of the spring bean is changing time to time. Okay. Time to time. If the state of the spring bean is changing time to time. Okay. Then go for time to time. Then go for prototype scope. Then go for prototype scope. Convinced, guys? Super. Example. Spring bean that is going to hold states based on the countries that are selected. Based on the country that is selected. Tell me, guys, every time same states will be there. Spring bean that is going to hold states based on country that is selected. Based on country that is selected. Understanding my statement? Yeah. Do you think they have same countries, guys? Do you really think they have same countries? Time to time countries will change or not? Time to time countries will change or not? I want reply. Understanding my statement? Are Mohan, you want publicity? Why are you switching on camera, Ra Babu? Worst fellow. Are you eating food or something else? Hey, worst fellow, switch off your camera, Mohan. Mr. Mohan, switch off your camera. He's not. Switch off the camera, dirty fellow. Shameless fellow. Right, guys? I think you convinced. When should I go for singleton scope? When should I go for prototype scope? You got crystal clear clarity about singleton scope and prototype scope. You got crystal clear clarity about singleton scope and prototype scope. Everyone understood it. Thank you.